Zhang Fei, courtesy name Yida, was a military general who served under the warlord Liu Bei in the late Eastern Han Dynasty and early Three Kingdoms period. Zhang Fei and Guan Yu, who were among the earliest to join Liu Bei, shared a brotherly relationship with their lord and accompanied him on most of his early exploits. Zhang Fei fought in various battles for Liu Bei, including the Red Cliffs Campaign, Liu Bai's takeover of Yi Province, and the Hanzhong Campaign. He was assassinated by his subordinates in 221 after serving for only a few months in the state of Shuhan, which was founded by Liu Bei earlier that year. Early career. Zhang Fei was from Duo Commandery, which is in present-day Zhuozhou, Hebei. In the 180s, towards the end of the Han Dynasty, he and Guan Yu became Liu Bai's followers. As Guan Yu was many years older than Zhang Fei, Zhang regarded him as an elder brother. When Liu Bei was later appointed as the Chancellor of Pingyuan by the Han Imperial Court, Zhang Fei and Guan Yu served as majors of separate command under him. The three of them shared a brotherly-like relationship, to the point of sharing the same room. Zhang Fei and Guan Yu also stood guard beside Liu Bei when he sat down at meetings. They followed him on his exploits and protected him from danger. Conflict between Liu Bei and Liu Bu. In 194, Liu Bei succeeded Tao Qian as the governor of Zhou province. The following year, he led his forces to Shiting, Wine, to counter an invading army sent by Yuan Shu, while leaving Zhang Fei behind to defend Xiapi, the capital of Zhou province. Zhang Fei wanted to kill Cao Bao, a former officer under Tao Qian, for reasons unknown. Cao Bao fled back to his own camp and set up defenses while sending a messenger to request aid from Liu Bu, another warlord who was taking shelter under Liu Bei at the time. Liu Bu led his forces to attack Xiapi and succeeded in defeating and driving away Zhang Fei. Liu being returned to Zhou province, which was now under Liu Bu's control, and he reluctantly accepted Liu's offer to move to Xiaopei while Liu remained in Xiapi. Tensions between Liu Bei and Liu Bu increased until the point of conflict. Liu Bei sought help from Cao Cao, a warlord who controlled the Han central government. In Zhou, Zhang Fei was appointed as a general of the household, roaming the land with Liu Bei. In 199, Liu Bei found an excuse to leave the capital and he traveled to Zhou province, killed Chaizhou, the provincial governor appointed by Cao Cao, and seized control of the province. The following year, Cao Cao launched a campaign to take back Zhou province and defeated Liu Bei. Liu Bei fled to northern China, where he took refuge under Cao Cao's rival, Yuan Shao. Liu Bei later left Yuan Shao on the pretext of helping Yuan recruit the rebels in Runan. He eventually found shelter under Liu Biao, the governor of Jing province. Liu Biao put him in charge of Xinye, a commandery on the northern border of Jing province. It is not known whether Zhang Fei followed Liu Bei to join Yuan Shao after Liu's defeat in Zhou province, or whether he, like Guan Yu, was separated from Liu during that period of time. Red Cliffs Campaign. Battle of Changban in 208. Following Liu Biao's death, Cao Cao started a campaign aimed at wiping out opposing forces in southern China. When his armies arrived in Jing province, Liu Biao's younger son and successor Liu Kong surrendered. Liu Bei evacuated Xinye and headed south with his followers towards Xiaku, which was controlled by Liu Biao's elder son, Liu Qi. Cao Cao sent 5,000 riders to pursue Liu Bei, and they caught up with him at Changban, Dangyang. Liu Bei abandoned his family and fled, with only Zhuge Liang, Zhang Fei, Zhao Yun and a small number of soldiers accompanying him. Zhang Fei led 20 horsemen to cover Liu Bai's retreat. After having a bridge destroyed, he stood guard at one end, brandished his spear, glared at the enemy, and shouted, "I'm Zhang Yida. "You can come forth and fight me to the death." Cao Cao's soldiers were all afraid and did not dare to approach him. Liu Bei and his followers were hence able to retreat safely. Battle of Red Cliffs. And after in 208, Liu Bei and Sun Quan combined forces and defeated Cao Cao at the decisive Battle of Red Cliffs and the follow-up Battle of Jianguling, after which Liu took control of southern Jing province. Zhang Fei was appointed as general who attacked barbarians, administrator of Yidu Commandery, and granted the title Marquis of Xin Village. He was later reassigned to Nan Commandery. Yi Province campaign. Earlier defense of Jing Province in 211. Liu Bei led an army to Yi Province to assist the provincial governor Liu Zhang in countering a rival warlord, Zhang Lu of Hanzhong. He left Zhang Fei and others behind to guard Jing Province in his absence. Earlier in 209, Liu Bei married Sun Quan's younger sister Lady Sun to strengthen the alliance between him and Sun Quan. Because of her brother's strong influence, Lady Sun was arrogant and she allowed her close aides to behave lawlessly. Even Liu Bei was afraid of her. When Sun Quan heard that Liu Bei had left for Yi Province, he sent a vessel to Jing Province to fetch his sister home. Lady Sun attempted to bring along Liu Bei's son Liu Shan with her, but Zhang Fei and Zhao Yun led their men to stop her and retrieve Liu Shan. Conquest of Yi Province. Around 212, relations between Liu Bei and Liu Zhang deteriorated to the point of conflict. When Liu Bei started a campaign aimed at seizing Yi Province from Liu Zhang, Liu Bei ordered Zhuge Liang, Zhao Yun, Zhang Fei and others to lead reinforcements into Yi Province to help him, while Guan Yu remained behind to defend Jing Province. Along the way, Zhang Fei attacked Jiangzhou, which was defended by Yan Yan, the administrator of Ba Commandery under Liu Zhang, and captured Yan alive. Zhang Fei said to Yan Yan, "When my army showed up, why did you put up resistance instead of surrendering?" Yan Yan replied, "You people launched an unwarranted attack on my home province. There may be generals in my province who will lose their heads, but there are none who will surrender." Zhang Fei was enraged and he ordered Yan Yan's execution. Yan Yan was expressionless, and he said, "If you want to chop off my head, then do it." What's with all that outburst of anger? Zhang Fei was so impressed with Yan Yan's courage that he spared and released the latter and treated him like an honored guest. Zhang Fei's army then proceeded to break through Liu Zhang's defenses until they reached Chengdu, where they rendezvoused with Liu Bei and the others. In 215, Liu Zhang surrendered and yielded Yi Province to Liu Bei. Liu Bei rewarded Zhuge Liang, Fa Zheng, Zhang Fei and Guan Yu each with 500 jin of gold, 1,000 jin of silver, 50 million coins and 1,000 rolls of silk. Zhang Fei was also appointed as the administrator of Baxi Commandery. Hanzhong campaign. Battle of Baxi. In around 216, Cao Cao attacked and defeated Zhang Lu, after which Hanzhong Commandery came under Cao's control. Cao Cao left Xiao Yuan, Zhang He and others behind to defend Hanzhong while he returned to Yi. During that time, Zhang He led his forces to attack Baxi with the aim of forcing Baxi's residents to relocate to Hanzhong. His army passed through Dank, Mengtu and Dangxi counties, and encountered Zhang Fei's troops. Both sides held their positions for over 50 days, after which Zhang Fei led about 10,000 elite soldiers and took an alternative route to attack Zhang He, as the mountain paths were very narrow and inaccessible. Zhang He's army was effectively divided into two because the troops at the front and the rear were unable to contact and assist each other, resulting in a victory for Zhang Fei. Zhang He and about 10 of his men escaped on foot through a shortcut and retreated back to Nanjing. Peace was restored in Baxi. conquest of Hanzhong. In 217, Liu Bei mobilized his forces and personally led a campaign to seize control of Hanzhong from Cao Cao. He ordered Zhang Fei and Ma Chao to supervise Wu Lan, Lei Tong and Ren Kui to attack Wadu Commandery, which was defended by Cao Hong. Zhang Fei attempted to trick Cao Hong into believing that they were planning to seal his retreat route, but Cao Xiu saw through the ruse, and Zhang suffered a defeat which absolved him from continuing the campaign. Lei Tong and Ren Kui were killed in action while Wu Lan fled to Yinping, and was killed by a Dai chieftain, Qiang Zhuan. In 219, Liu Bei emerged victorious in the Hanzhong campaign and proclaimed himself king of Hanzhong. He appointed Zhang Fei as general of the right. Liu Bei later planned to return to Chengdu, and he wanted to leave a veteran general behind to guard Hanzhong. Many people believed that Zhang Fei would receive this responsibility, and even Zhang himself thought so too. However, to everyone's surprise, Liu Bei chose Wei Yan instead and appointed him as the administrator of Hanzhong service in Shuhan. In 221, Liu Bei declared himself emperor and founded the state of Shuhan. He promoted Zhang Fei to general of chariots and cavalry, and director of retainers, and awarded him the title Marquis of Shi District. His imperial edict for Zhang Fei read, "I have received the mandate of heaven and inherited the noble work of my ancestors. I am obliged to restore peace and purge the empire of chaos. As of now, there are villains and barbarians causing destruction and harm to the people, while those who miss the Han dynasty eagerly hope for its restoration. I feel distress. I can neither rest well nor have my meals in peace. I have prepared the armies and made an oath to bring heaven's punishment upon those evildoers. You are loyal and resolute, your deeds are comparable to those of Xiaohu, your fame spreads near and far. As such, I give you special appointments, grant you a title of nobility, and put you in charge of affairs in the capital. You are born with heaven's might, you use virtue to win over others, and you dish out punishments to wrongdoers. I am very pleased with you." The classic of poetry stated, "Not to distress the people, nor with urgency, but making them conform to the royal state. You have commenced and earnestly displayed your merit, and I will make you happy. How can I not give encouragement to you?" Death. Earlier in late 219, Sun Quan broke his alliance with Liu Bei and sent his general Lu Meng to lead an invasion on Jing province, which resulted in the death of Guan Yu and the loss of Jing province. In 222, Liu Bei launched a campaign against Sun Quan to take revenge and seize back Jing province. Zhang Fei was ordered to lead 10,000 troops from Langzhong to rendezvous with Liu Bei's main force at Jiangzhou. However, during the mobilization, Zhang Fei was assassinated by his subordinates Fan Qiang and Zhang Da. They cut off Zhang Fei's head and brought it along with them when they defected to Sun Quan's side. Zhang Fei's camp commandant wrote a report to Liu Bei. When Liu Bei heard that Zhang Fei's camp commandant sent him a report, he exclaimed, "Oh, Fei is dead." In 260, Liu Bei's son and successor Liu Shang granted Zhang Fei the posthumous name Marquis Wan, family and descendants. In 200 CE, Zhang Fei chanced upon Xiao Yuan's niece while she was out gathering firewood and took her home. She was 12 or 13 years old at the time. Zhang Fei knew that she was of good upbringing, so he married her. She bore him a daughter, who later married Liu Chan and became known as Empress Jing'ai of the state of Shu. Empress Jing'ai had a younger sister who also married Liu Chan and was known as Empress Zhang. Zhang Fei's eldest son, Zhang Bao, died at a young age. Zhang Bao's son, Zhang Xun, served as an imperial secretary. In 263, during the conquest of Shu by Wei, he followed Zhuge to defend Mianzhu Pass from the Wei general Deng Ai but was killed in action. Zhang Fei's second son, Zhang Shao, inherited his father's marquis title and served as a palace attendant and deputy director in the imperial secretariat in Shu. In 263, the Shu Emperor Lushan ordered Zhang Shao, Qiao Zhou and Deng Liang to represent him when he officially surrendered to Deng Ai and brought an end to the Shu regime. After the fall of Shu, Zhang Shao accompanied Lushan to the Wei capital Luoyang, where he was involved as a marquis along with other former Chu officials. Appraisal. Chen Shou, who wrote Zhang Fei's biography in the Sangguoji, commented on the latter as such. Zhang Fei were referred to as mighty warriors capable of fighting thousands of enemies. They were like tigers among subjects. Zhang Fei had the style of a Guoshi when he released Yan Yan out of righteousness. However, Zhang Fei was brutal and heartless, and these shortcomings resulted in their downfalls. This was not something uncommon. Cheng Yu, an advisor to Cao Cao, also once mentioned that Guan Yu and Zhang Fei were capable of fighting thousands of enemies. In the main text of Zhang Fei's biography, Chen Shou wrote that Zhang Fei respected virtuous persons and detested those of vile character. Liu Bei had constantly warned Zhang Fei about his barbaric behavior, as he once told the latter, "You have dealt out far too excessive punishments. You often flog your men, who are actually the ones who will carry out your orders. Your behavior will get you into trouble." Zhang Fei still did not change his ways. In fiction. In the historical novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Zhang Fei's courtesy name is written as in Chinese instead of, but both names have the same pronunciation in Mandarin. Zhang Fei was also described to be an alcoholic, and his obsession with wine caused his judgment to be affected from time to time. Throughout the novel, Zhang Fei was shown as an exceedingly loyal and formidable warrior, but also a short-tempered man, who often got into trouble, more often when he was not on the battlefield. His weapon was a 1.8 Zhang long steel spear, which was also called the 1.8 Zhang long serpent spear, because its head was shaped like a serpent. See the following for some fictitious stories in Romance of the Three Kingdoms involving Zhang Fei. Oath of the Peach Garden. List of fictitious stories in Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Hashtag Zhang Fei thrashes the Imperial Inspector. Battle of Huao Pass. Battle of Changban. Hashtag in fiction. Battle of Jiameng Pass.